was done. Bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free. It's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute. But here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's. Bitch, and then we'll see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.
Holy cow. There you guys are. So good to see all you fine people today. Man, oh man. Do we have some fun for you tonight? It's good to see all of you. Priscilla, good to see you. Baby Nut, Carol, how you doing? Oh, we got a member that just joined in here. Deborah, there's a new video that came out today, and I just have to play this for you. Just welcome to the oh yeah. Every single day. Oh yes. Yes, it's right. Oh, Monday. Yes, every single day. Poppycock, bullocks, and fuckery. We all live again. I love it. It just makes that even much more glorious. Now, if you're a member, you got the new drop of a video today, and I can show you guys a piece of it, but I can't show you the whole thing. And there's a reason why I won't show you the whole thing, because it is too good to be true. It is too good to be true. And I know that you guys are going to love it. So that's why I recorded it just for you, so you could get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. But it is supposed to be dropping here for everybody. Where did it go? I thought I had it here. Where did it go? Well, if you're a member, you would see it right away, but because I am so slack, I can't even find my own video. Don't you love it? Max Loud, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Yes, I've been trying to catch up on everything that's been going on. Ah, here it is. Here it is. Here we go. I was like, I know I have it here somewhere. All right, let's bring this bad boy up. Just you guys get a taste of it. How's that? I'll give you a taste. Here you go. Now, members, you'll get to see these first. So here we go. This is just an intro.
Yo, I see you lips. Out here suing the air, drowning in filler, choking on despair. Ain't nobody ducking your subpoenas, we just ain't taking them seriously. Papa nuts dropping.
That's all you get. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah, so much for becoming a new member. Let me find my happy helmet here. Let me see where did we put. I done set it out the way because I didn't want to lose it because I was doing a whole bunch of cleaning in here, this here mess up room. And I wanted to make sure that I had it handy. There we go. Yeah, it was a little bit disarray for me packing up and heading out of town. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. Ah, yes. Love me some shizzy. Well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. Love you back. Love you right back. Definitely. And this is from K. Matt Red Queen. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Holy cow. There's a bunch of super chats that came in. Let me get these handled right here pretty soon. Give me just a second. Paul Amos been a member for 4 months. Well, you know that's right. Every single day. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Yes, and maybe not, but I still enjoy the banjos. Dash poppycock, Sandbury. So you guys want to hear the song that did not make the list on that? Because I do. It took me a little bit of time to get those. And El fucking Lou been with the shit show for 6 months, and I love it. Yes, every single day. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and dumber than a bag of twats. Oh, yes. And PDW. Oh. Getting them all. Well, up Sandbury. All over again. And Rosilla never gonna, hey. Hunt, that's right. Thank you so much, Rosilla. Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. You guys are a blast. And Max Lab says, did I hear what Jeremy Hale said tonight? Yes, I did. And I'm telling you, oh man. So tomorrow night, I have on some good authority because I was a little bit concerned about the lovely Megan Fox, and I did speak with her, and because I was like, hey, what the hell is going on? I need to get caught up on this, and she told me because like I said, I've been out of this, and I found out that she was doxxed. Okay, I found that out. Like, what was it, last night? I don't know, because time's but a social construct. As soon as I found out, I was like, man, if I was in the middle of work, like building shit, I would have reached out to her much sooner, because that's very, very, very concerning. And from what Jeremy said tonight is the feds are involved. Whenever I spoke with Megan, she had much more information, but it is not my tale to tell. So you guys need to tune in tomorrow night to see Megan, because she is going to be dropping a bombshell. I am telling you, you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss this at all. It is going to be so, I mean, it is for her to tell. It is absolutely for her to tell. And what is this? I just saw it came out, Red Queen, hoping you rested up, but hoping for a new letter tonight. Yes, I do have a new letter tonight. And it's pretty damn glorious. It is pretty damn glorious because, me, the kind of weirdo that I am, the most random stuff that I pull up, the kinds of stories that I hear came out. Thank you. The kind of stories that I hear, the kinds of things that I'm seeing going on in the background, these are going to be very interesting pieces tonight. And I'm hoping that it like fills in some of the crazy stuff that's going on. And we've got, let's see, make sure I got everybody here. Never going to give you up. And Tracy Weldon with 5 gifted memberships. And that right there gets it every time. Oh, yeah. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. 'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Tuesday, Wednesday, and 4 more days. Balderdash, poppycock, bullocks, and fuckery over again. Oh, yes. And in the clouds, well, you know what I've got for you in the clouds? I've got something special for you. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. That right there gets you a foot. I mean, that you deserve 2 feet because you gave last night also, and I appreciate you so much. And welcome from Australia. And let's see, we got a foot right there. So we got a foot right there for you. And I got one more because I should have gotten you with this last night. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. That, and this next thing that I'm doing is going to be special for you. So you get to hear, because in the clouds, put that up there. You guys are going to get to hear what I was working on. Early in the morning, late at night. I don't know. Time is a complete mess, and I have no idea. But this song I thought was going to be pretty damn awesome. And whenever I started working on it, it was very, very good. Let me pull this thing up. I believe it's this one right here. Yeah, this is the one. All right, let me get that thing rewound, because this is going to be special for you. Present. What? Where is it? Present. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to change to this, and is that right? I think I do this one right here, and then I do this one, and then I do this one, and then you guys will be able to hear it. Well, you're going to love me even more, because here it comes. Listen to this.
I see your lips. Out here suing the air, drowning in filler, choking on despair. Ain't nobody ducking your subpoenas. We just ain't taking them seriously. Papa Nuts driving, let's ride. She roll up to court with them duck lips flaring, Botox brows, but nobody caring. Says she's retired now, girl, you got can. Drop that law license like a hot wig stand. Talking defamation, but your rep self-made. You clout chase drama like it's minimum wage. Trying to suit thumbnails, beg for a seal, but the court don't cater to your Botox feels. On YouTube shows with the circus crew. Crying, I'm the victim while you aim and spew. You ain't a martyr, just a side plot Karen. Writing pleadings and with the wine glass staring. That's courtroom clown with your lips so wide. Try to play boss, but you're barely inspired. Now you beg the judge while your ego gets fired. Fake lawsuits, girl, your logic's expired. Keep on lying, but we ain't buying. You got mocked so hard, now you backpedaling crying. Yeah, Jane Doe this and John Doe that. Trying to sue to win, your ass is too fat. Your slip and fall man won't touch your mess. Even he know you curse like a courthouse hex. Tug in your crosshairs, Megan in the smoke. But you swing like a lawyer who just woke broke. No teeth in your filings, no soul in your script. Just caps lock rage in a face you stretch thick. Crime about thumbnails in public shame. But you stepped in the game and dropped your own name. Now you want silence. Girl, please, you ain't fighting for justice. You just begging for peace. Says she's not public, but she on every stream. Talking like a judge, but living in a meme. You wanna sue the world, but you can't sue the facts. And your forehead ain't moved since the housing collapse. Esquela, fake in the funk with the face rewired. Trying to gag the net with your wild complaint, but your whole damn case is a Botox feint. Esquela, muzzle the truth, now the fire's inspire. We roast it slow, short bust and tire, while your bullshit filings just fuel the satire. You ain't fooling no jury lips. You left the bar before they kicked you out. Now you out here chasing defamations like cloud coupons. But I ain't mad, just entertain. Next time you sue the internet, make sure your face can survive the upload.
So that's the one that didn't make the cut. So if you want to see the one that did make the cut, that is in the video. So that one was good. I like the horns on it, but I'm going to use that for something else. Yeah, that one slapped, but you should see the new one. It's pretty good too. Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. But I've got some different lyrics. I'm going to work on that one. Yeah, it was good. It was good, but I'm telling you. Ah, yes, the escuela. Retired. I'm not here. I am here. Absorb my minutes. 5 minutes of fleas could not take anymore. Well, that's all that you need to take. Sometimes you just get in there and you regret all of the stupidity. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So we've got some stupidity to show you. Oh, yes, we've got some crazy stuff that's going to be coming up. Well, let's see. Let's take it back. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Look at this. It says Frankie 3131 says to make the haters hate. Yes, they've got a lot of hate going on, and they're about to feel some pain. The crap that they pulled trying to go after Tug, were they stupid? Just right there. That is for you. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. That right there. Like I said, going after Tug is the worst thing that they could possibly do. I don't know what brought them to do that. I have no idea what brought them to do that, but that right there is going to come back to bite them so hard. Because he doesn't play. He doesn't play. He's already. If they actually understood anything about Tug, he's walked through fire. He's walked through the hot coals. He's stood with being right in the crosshairs. He has been doxxed. He has been gone after. He's been attacked. There is nothing that they can do. There is nothing that they can do that he hasn't already been through. And if you knew Tug, say I've been following Tug for a long time. I was first introduced to him during Nick Rekieta. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is brilliant. And then went back and started watching some of his older videos that led up into that. He was talking about Amber Heard whenever it was not the popular thing to do. He was pulling up that information. He was looking at what was going on in England. He knew all of this crap that was going on before anybody would even talk about it. He was the one that spent all of his time, his energy researching this, finding out what was going on. And he paid dearly for it. And even before that, he had other people that were harassing him. See, like I said, he's walked through fire, and these people think he warned them. He said, "Don't play with me. If you play with me, then I'm taking the gloves off." So you've seen the little light punches that he's thrown at people. Wait until he really starts swinging, because it is not going to be pretty. They're going to be feeling some pain. Fun times indeed. Oh my gosh, Janice Wingfield, thank you so much. That was a wonderful song. Thank you. There is more fire that's coming. I'm telling you, there is more fire that's coming. And these idiots, that's the only thing that I can think to call them is idiots, have no idea what's about to hit them slap on. It is about to get very, very fiery in here. And it says, breadsticks in the name of Mother Fox. Well,
Squeeze my hog.
I know. That'll be all right. Megan Fox getting the breadsticks. Thank you so much, Bonnie. And I will tell you that Megan Fox has, there was a time that I didn't agree with Megan Fox. And the good thing is you can not agree with Megan Fox. You can not agree with Jeremy Hales. You can not agree with Tug. You could not agree with me at any point in time. But the thing you don't do is go after them. You don't go doxing them. You don't go calling out where they live. You don't go taking pictures and sharing pictures of their children on the interwebs unless you want the fire brought on you. And that right there is what is going to be brought down on these people. You realize that the feds are involved in this now. The feds are involved in this. Like, if Paint Chips doesn't go back to prison, I don't know what in the hell what the hell is going on in that man's mind. Maybe he liked it in prison. Maybe that's what gets his little bobble socks off, or whatever it is that he wears in prison. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Sarcasm FF putting in the work. Ooh, yeah. Aussie Wombat, $14.99 super sticker. You know it is so special. Just making me feel all warm and fuzzy like. Volstorm, brother, it is so good to see you, man. I am telling you, it is going to be a blast for Dollywood. I am so looking forward to it. And I will tell you, I had the weirdest dream. And it must have been a dream. It must have been a dream, because I reached out to the expert, okay? Because I wasn't sure if it was a dream or if somebody messaged me, but they were just like Dollywood's all messed up. You need to reach out to the expert. And I woke up this morning going, I need to reach out to the expert. I'm missing my FNL. I'm missing my FNL. Oh my gosh. It is hit that like and subscribe. Megan and her family have been through enough. Well, here's the thing, Palmer. And I'm serious in this. Now that they've done this, you're going to see a Megan unleashed. You're going to see a Megan that does not give two shits about what happens. She is, I'm telling you, She is going to be on fire going after these people. Like, you don't understand. When this kind of stuff happens, you open up the floodgates. That's why you don't do this. Because you put somebody into a position and it's going to get bad. Yes, FNL withdrawal is a real thing. Yes, it is. You need to Nashville. I live there, but I'll be in Dollywood, and no, I can't make it to Nashville. I can't. I am on a tight schedule. I like whenever I say a tight schedule. Let's put it this way. My schedule is going to be so tight that I'm going to be rolling into Dollywood. I'm going to be having it the time of my life. Meaning it's going to be like hooking up with old friends. And then as soon as I leave there, I'm coming home and I'm having to repack my bags because I've got to be somewhere else within like just a few hours. So it's going to be crazy pushing tight for me. It's going to be wild. Let's put it that way. Sitting in my squishy chair watching you and cheering on Megan and Tug. Absolutely. And they're going to be Megan's going to be on tomorrow and she's going to be dropping a bombshell. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this. It is going to be lit. Is going to be lit. I have a little bird whispering in my ear, been telling me things saying, you have no idea what's about to come down, but you might want to be watching. And I know a little bit of it, but I can't talk about it because it's not my story to tell at all. But what did I do with it? I just had a tab opened up. Did I close it somewhere? I must have. Where did it go? Oh, I did close it. Doggone it. Because somebody dropped me something and I'm researching it and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. This little thing, I'm going to have to research this more. And once I research it, let's put it this way. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. This one's going to be a little crazy, and I'll have to cover that a little bit later on. And the person that dropped it to me is in the chat. I see him in the chat. Thank you so much. And I'll do a little bit more research on it first before I drop this one. But I may if I can pull it up tonight while I'm playing you guys the second cut that didn't make it for the music video, then I will do that. But let me get this thing up for you just so I can share it with you. Oh yeah, Megan's an awesome person. So that's what we got right here. And we've got Colleen McVeigh. Thank you for supporting the Megan. Love you both. Megan does not deserve to have people coming after her like that. You know, this is her covering stuff that, and it makes me think that she's hit a nerve. It makes me think that Tug has hit a nerve, because why all of a sudden did this person come out of nowhere? And we got a $3 super sticker that came from Cynthia Barnes. Thank you so much.
Squeeze my hog.
She's got a hog right there, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Cynthia Barnes. And I do want to say thank you very much to the donation that I received in PayPal. That was very generous of you. I did send you an email thanking you. And I don't want to shout you out I don't want to shout you out up here, but I've got a sticker for you because that was wonderful. And then also there was another person that sent me one on the super chat in Cash App. Thank you so much. That was also very nice of you. Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate that. Debbie says she doesn't mind. I've talked with her a couple of times. She's an absolute sweetheart. So let me get that for you there, Debbie. That was very nice of you. That was very nice of you. We got that right there. There we go. I love Megan. I love the tug. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Cynthia Barnes. Yes. And I mean, there's other folks out there. You got Jay Hip. You've got, I mean, there's the amount of people that have been covering all of this stuff and talking about it and showing what's been going on. You know, it goes beyond. It goes beyond. I mean, I left for a week and all hell broke loose. And then I couldn't do any of the research that I would normally do. Any research that I did was really shot. It was really, really, really shot bad. I forgot flocked. Yes. Yes. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. As we say in New England, don't poke the bear.
Dog will hunt.
And they poked the bear. They poked the bear. Ooh, you have no idea. You have no idea how long Tug has been doing this. If I had my druthers, I would not be poking Tug. I would not be poking Tug. Let's not forget LPJC has a phone call with federal judge on Thursday. That's absolutely right. Gifted 1 membership, and you know what that means.
Welcome to the shit
Oh
show.
yeah. Every single day.
A new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks.
Monday,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash,
Poppycock, bullocks, and fuckery. Oh, and we got a newer member for 5 months. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. So that means you guys have gotten the new video. Tell me what you think about it and how you compare that song to the song I released it with, because I do have some more songs, but we will get to those in a little bit. We'll get to those in a little bit. This right here was an injunction for protection of business. Okay. This was filed by Lips. All right. By and through the undersigned counsel for Lips hereby files their emergency motion for injunction for protection of business to defendants and starts naming all these people. Okay. Now, what was this about? Well, defendant is a former independent contractor, which was a PA until July of 2020. Until February 18th of 2021. Another one was a former client. Now, if you go down here, it says that Chartine and Vier, they signed a contract to retain the services. All right. And Chartine would be paid one time at the beginning of each month for completing the various assigned tasks each month. It gives a little bit about that. Well, during her role as a paralegal, she was privy all client information, knew exactly which clients Miss Legally Lips withdrew from or had issues with. Issues? Which included some more people. Additionally, Ms. Vera was privy to information about this person's animosity towards Lips, which resulted in him filing a bar complaint on December 28th, 2020 against her after an ABC News special came out depicting Mr. Fletcher in a negative light and her in a positive light, where Mr. Fletcher was exposed for intentionally keeping a ward in a guardianship so he could continue to bill his estate, blah, 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 blah. Now, this right here, what happened was supposedly she engaged in conversation where she disclosed false statements to Mr. Foladosa. Additionally, she disclosed to Mr. Foladosa that Mr. Fletcher wanted to bring Ms. Ferradogas down and would take on any of her clients at no charge to file litigation against her, and encouraged former clients to collaboratively file a bar complaint against her. Doesn't this sound familiar? Isn't this what they're doing right there? Isn't this what they're working on doing against Shockett? And of course, there was a motion to preserve evidence, and it led for quite some time. But what I wanted to talk about was this one, because this goes to show the kind of person that she is. Now, I did a little bit of digging on her, and it seems like she's a glory hound. You know, she's got to have the glory. There's a reason why she likes to put that face up on TV, a reason why she likes to be center of attention. And whenever she gets that attention, she doesn't know what to do with it. Because here she is, defendants engaged in continuing conspiracy, initially conspiring to abuse process, strip this person of their processual rights, to force her into guardianship against her will, continue to cover up a conspiracy. I mean, they just go all absolutely bonkers on this. Now, this was another one that was filed by her, and this is what the judge had to say. On sua sponte review, plaintiff's complaint is dismissed as impermissible shotgun pleading. A shotgun complaint is one containing multiple counts where each count adopts the allegations of all preceding counts, causing each successive count to carry all that came before it in the last count combination entire complaint. Such pleadings impose on the court onerous task of sifting out irrelevancies to determine which facts are relevant to which causes of action. Here, as counts 2 through 10 of the complaint incorporate all preceding allegations, it constitutes an impermissible shotgun pleading and must be dismissed. If plaintiff chooses to replead and amend, the complaint must clearly delineate which factual allegations are relevant to each claim. It is so ordered and adjudged. And so what they did is they dismissed document 18, which is what I was showing you. Well, and then it went on well, here's the order. This case before the court on status review on December 30th, 2020, this court entered an order dismissing plaintiff's complaint. The court allowed plaintiff until January 8th, 2021 to file an amended complaint, cautioning that failure to timely file will result in dismissal of this case without further notice. To date, plaintiff has not filed an amended pleading on the case, and accordingly, it's ordered and adjudged that the clerk is directed to close the file. Should plaintiff wish to further pursue her claim, she must initiate a new action and either pay the filing fee once again or move to proceed in form of papyrus. Not done and ordered in the chambers. See you later. Bye. You have to remember that this is the kind of person that likes to file absolute garbage filings and pleadings. This is what they do. This is what they do. They file frivolous pleadings. They get all upset and then continue to file these. And we've got, oh my gosh, Dan Davis. Yes, we said. And then, of course, we got Cynthia Barnes gave the gift of membership. And Chef Fest Grandma has been a member for 5 months, which is also Deb Griffith. Thank you very much. And welcome to the shit show.
Every single day.
For a fuckery, so everybody's saying they're dumber than a bag of twats. Tuesday. Oh, yes. Poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. And then, of course, we also have Cynthia Barnes. I will be singing that in my sleep. Well, of course you will. And let me get the first one there. That was for the member. Thank you so much for being a member here. We like to have a little bit of fun. Now, I know that I did send Yamaha an invite last night, and that link still works if you want to join me, brother. It's entirely up to you. And if you don't want to, that's cool too, because we know what's going on. It's okay, brother. And then we've got, let's send them to outer space. Helen, no, pigs in space. Yeah, if you ever saw the Muppets, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. That was always a blast. Well, Muppets Unite. That's right. Oh my gosh, yes, Muppets Unite. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. I would do like the whole Fraggle Rock thing, but that might get me in trouble. A bunch of Fraggle. Don't Fraggle on my face. What? Oh my gosh. Right there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. It is so crazy. So crazy. Letting your stomach settle your full green cheese chili enchiladas. Well, I'm here to help you settle. I'm here to help you settle that stomach down, or maybe stir it up a little bit. So there was a transcript that came out, and I'm just gonna read this transcript because I could show it to you, but it's just easier to read, and that way, you know, these fools can't come and say, oh, they're coming after our channel, it's all copywritten. Like, okay, so here it starts out like, holy shit, they're like, do they know anything about the survey being done? No, they're just lying there, just spewing. They're just listening to the Grandmaster Poobah. And you know, drinking his Kool-Aid, he's serving with extra doses of fluoride in it. So I believe the little mustached German artist did that right, that he might put the fluoride in. Yeah, you birds are sticking together large doses. What he's really kissing his ass though, man, trying to, like, you don't see, like, I guess like only me said something about, he called me a coward, and Tug started going off, and I missed part of it, and I have to go back and watch, but yep, exactly. Oh, ho dog being ho dong, and there are definitely a bunch of ho donks in there, just the stuff they were saying, the whole like septic and then YouTube influencers decided to report on it, and he attacked the YouTube influencers for reporting on it. I mean, that's where it looks to me, but right, you know, like it's listening, he's serving Kool-Aid, he's doing exactly what the little mustache guy did. He's loading in the fluoride. Yeah, overdosing with fluoride. You're right, Dave. He said it's sad when journalists don't even want to ask you questions to make sure the story is unbiased. Well, that's exactly right. I'm sorry, I don't have a cigarette. I can't get my voice quite right. I mean, I was getting reported on last night by this Ray Hib guy just about like my speculation about my intention in this, and not one person reached out to me. So is he a reporter? What exactly is he? Because any sound reporter, responsible reporter, reach out to you. You can't just keep at it and keep reporting them, and then you could probably associate him, you know, maybe tag, you know, he's directing kind of like a Charles Manson and the killers that the people that killed. Did you see the hoedown King Billy thing? They actually put like Manson and like compared him to Manson because he was able to manipulate his followers to kill him, you know, less severe level. It seems that Jeremy could be possibly manipulating his followers to attack and bully and cyber bully all over the internet, because you got to ask yourself, I totally see that. Yeah, because these people, these followers of him don't know the people they're attacking, but though Jeremy, so what's Jeremy saying? And don't people know they're attacking, but they're Jeremy, so what Jeremy is saying and doing to warrant these attacks, so I would, you know, question that he's condoning hate. You know, one of the contrary arguments to his First Amendment, racist speech is probably what provokes hate. You can't provoke hate. Okay, what a hate provoke speech. That's not protected under the First Amendment Constitution. If speech is warranted attacks, the random bullshit. It is like listening to just somebody with a stream of thought and consciousness that got blown out from the ass end. And I would read all of this to you, but it is insane the amount of crap that they are directing towards people, the amount of attacks that they are doing on people. Now, this goes back to them saying, hey, you know, we had this like new player come in, and then all of a sudden, all of these people just attacked. Well, they even put out a little press release, 2 cankles in a hole. The timing and nature of these attacks make it clear that they were created with the explicit purpose of intimidating Leslie. a testament to her strengths and to the powerful impact she has made in such a short time. The fact that so many channels felt the need to launch this coordinated assault speaks volumes about Leslie's influence and effectiveness. It's evident that her power and capability have rattled those who seek to diminish her voice. Well, while everyone has the right to express their opinions, orchestrated campaigns designed to harm others across the ethical line, this isn't about the healthy debates or the legitimate criticisms. It's about the calculated harassment and intimidations. I want to encourage viewers to think critically about the content that seems coordinated and consider the human impact of a pile-on behavior. Question why multiple channels suddenly focused on the same target, look for patterns in timing and shared information. To the content creators involved, let me just say something here. All right. This right here is such a bunch of hooey bullshit. This right here is absolute garbage. It was all of a sudden, a person comes out of the woodwork that has been digging into this for quite some time, and they got called out. Tug called them out. Megan called them out. They went and had the audacity to say, oh, you guys coordinated harassment. No, everybody started researching to find out who this new person was. And oh my gosh, look at all this. They're repeating all the same things. And then they're coming in and saying, well, I'm suing. No, the suit was drawn up a long time ago. This was all coordinated by them. They coordinated this to create a lawsuit. They've been talking about it forever, saying, oh, you have no idea what be coming. And just like you guys have no idea what be coming, because it's glorious. Oh, yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. How we doing?
So how was that foot surgery?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but you know, the awkwardness of shoving my hand up my own ass to make me talk is gotten a little easier since this whole, puppet thing. So. It's not quite as awkward anymore, and I'm actually liking the prostate milking. So, yeah, I wasn't too sure about doing the whole Muppet puppet thing at first, but then and I saw
glorious.
that the other day, and Georgie came up with this, and I was like, okay, all right, I can't pass on Muppet Cogburn, so
No, you can't.
I couldn't pass up on it.
That is a new icon.
Yeah.
I was like, this is glorious. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. So, yeah, I couldn't pass up on it. No, I've just been busy, 3D life and everything, and life happens, things happen.
No, then that's what I told everybody. I was like, Yama has a 3D life to live, and everyone's like, oh, please, when's he coming back? And there was people who are just like, what did Shizzy do to him? Did he bury him? And then you'd show up and chat. They're like, okay, he's still alive. So,
oh yeah, it's just That's the way 3D life goes.
It
And
does.
then, like some people have asked or what have you. And it's like with this story that I'm working on, it's something that, and I'm not going to give a whole lot away, but it's something that I was looking up. It was almost a year ago. As a matter of fact, I was looking at one of my first save files from it. And it was almost exactly a year ago. It was like June something last year. And I came across this story, and it's an unsolved homicide, way back, nothing new. And then 3D life came along, and things go on, and time goes by, but it just seemed, it's almost as if this girl was just nagging at me. And so the last couple of weeks, I just kind of started getting into it, and holy shit, yeah, just going down this rabbit hole. The typical back in the day, which was not uncommon, I ran across a couple of things that made reference to files, court documents, coroner's report, all this stuff being lost in fire or misplaced, or I think there's more to it than that, my personal opinion. So I'm having to dig around quite a bit. I mean, we're talking about, I'm going through archives at the Library of Congress, the National Archives, the whole fucking 9 yards, trying to find some information on this stuff. And then the information that I do find, because back in the day specifically, they're literally playing the telephone game.
Yes.
I've got some information coming out of clear over, over in Washington, up in Canada, over to, I think it was, whatever they called it at the time, I can't remember, out of London, the London Times or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll go through and you'll see where it's bits and pieces of parts of the stories, but other people are so far off on their information. Making a reference to this one guy who's involved in this as being 60 years old. No, where the hell are they getting this from? So I'm trying to have to compile all this information and then shift through all this minutia and try and figure out, okay, what makes sense?
Yes.
What information is what? How does this go? And then trying to figure out a timeline and trying to pull up old maps of the area as well as using references from like Google Maps and so forth. Trying to plot all this out and trying to get some form of a path and how all this went in the timeline.
Well,
So
and that's
what it comes down to.
Well, and that's what. See, this is what research is. That people like the fleas don't understand that this is the kind of research that you do whenever you're talking about something, anything. You're telling some sort of story. That whenever you start digging into it, you don't know what rabbit hole it's going to take you down.
Yeah.
And one thing that's happened is whenever you've got multiple people digging into it, they tend to find the same damn thing. It's not, and
if you really look, if you really dig, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is most of the time the stuff that people are digging up on this, and they it's some coordinated attack. And I'm like, it's not a coordinated attack. It's coordinated ridiculing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. They're stymied by humor. Okay. It confuses them. It angers them. They don't really understand how we're, our mocking or sense of humor or what have you.
No.
It's so. That came up again. I don't know. What was it, the other day or whatever? And so I had even made a comment to that effect. It was, I can't remember if he popped up in here or maybe it was on Tug. Anyway, Jeremy Hales had popped in, and I said something to him directly. I was like, dude, apparently, come to find out, you owe me some back pay. Because apparently everybody's getting paid for this shit. And I haven't seen a damn thing from you, motherfucker. You owe me some goddamn money. I am totally unaware of this. Apparently, I should have been making money hand over fist. Well, I'm fisting myself now, but money hand over fist. And I'm not seeing a damn thing.
I know, me neither. And I'm like, I keep, coming to showing up with my hand out, and
Yeah.
he just keeps looking at it like, what? I'm not a palm reader. Leave me alone.
Yeah, this whole thing. So then when I heard that tonight while I was doing other stuff and listening, and Tug was talking about the whole thing with the FBI coming up.
Oh yeah.
Don't think for one second that this is don't think for one second that this is something that's just popped up just because of this paint chips and this revenge prawn thing.
No.
So don't think this is something that just happened.
No, it's not something that just happened. It's gonna be a little bit. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss tomorrow, Megan. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I had a talk with Megan, and she was very upset, very concerned, and I know that her getting the FBI involved in this on her behalf is, and you noticed how quick they calmed the hell down, and their supposed attack that they were going to have on Tug was a limp-wristed attempt.
Oh,
like they showed stuff that was so old that there was mold growing on it. And
wasn't it something about because of some comment or something like that was made clear back with the Depp and Heard thing or something like that?
Yeah, they were trying to bring the Depp Heard stuff in, and they don't understand that Tug has already walked through fire on this. I mean. These little shits are nothing. No, they went and doxed Megan. Who in the hell in their right mind? Because Tug said, "Don't do this. You don't want to do this. You want to pull up court filings. You want to pull up our stories. You want to mock what we're talking about. You want to mock how we try to get super chats. You want to mock how we, anything, but do not do this. Do not go doxing people. Remove your revenge prawn. Get rid of all that stuff. This is a road you don't want to go down. And they decided against it, and they just threw it to the wind and said, "Let's go for it."
And I didn't see what they were talking about or whatever. I haven't even seen this thing. And it is irrelevant. And apparently my understanding is that the one thing that this Leslie, whatever the fuck her name is, was saying was that apparently it had come up on her channel.
Multiple times.
Okay. So it was shown it doesn't matter whether or not she created it.
Yep.
She herself can get in trouble for that.
Yes.
And that's the thing that I don't think that they're understanding. And it doesn't matter whether it's a cartoon depiction or what have you, from my understanding, is that without even having to say anything or pointing anything out, it was very clear that the characters involved were depicting Megan and Jeremy Hales in this, whatever the act was.
Let me get a couple of these right here. Rickles, I love that right there. So Rickles says, "Lips, dick, Muppets." Oh, I'm sorry. It says lips.
Oh, Lisdexic.
I thought it said lips, dixic.
Yeah,
what?
Lisdexic. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
So when you're Lisdexic, things
look
different.
normal. Things look normal. Thank you so much. Let me get these other right here. It says, "What do you think about the FBI being involved?" And I think we already covered that. Yeah, FBI being involved is it's going to be fire. They're asking to go back to prison.
Yeah.
Just saying. This ends up being something that the feds get involved. I hope the FBI do more for Jeremy than they've done for Karen Reed. Well, that's true. But they've also been limited on what they can do for Karen Reed because, well, whenever they're not allowed to talk about things, and of course, Linda Early says,
No, well,
just for you, brother.
yeah.
You know, that is, and I just say,
Dog will hunt.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. No,
No, it's not avoiding everybody. It's just like I said, you just get busy with shit. That's the way it goes.
It's just, but Felicia's live on her channel right now, laughing about the FBI saying, "Bring it on." No, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. They also were saying, "Go ahead, serve us. We'll get on there and we'll tell the truth." And then as soon as someone comes and serves us, well, they didn't serve us properly. But didn't you want to be served so you could tell the truth? No, we never said that. We never said that. They ain't going to do anything. I want to be brought into this lawsuit. And then as soon as they get brought into the lawsuit.
Yeah, as soon as the process server shows up, she's like, "Oh, good lordy, it's a process server." And she goes weeble wobbling back to hide in the garage, apparently.
Well, what else is she going to do?
Oh, I can't wait to get up there and say I'm going to tell him this. I'm going to tell him that. Oh, shit. It's real.
Exactly. And then
she's a fucking loudmouth bitch.
Well, and here's the rest of it, of this little post that was put up. To the content creators involved, your audiences trust you to provide honest and funny to say, but they do independent content. Okay. I would say that my content is pretty independent.
No, she's definitely not. Well, and just like this Leslie chick, you could tell when she first popped up.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to be unbiased. I'm here the neutral.
Bullshit. You can smell that shit a fucking mile away. Bullshit.
Well, and
you
then
didn't just show up here all fucking neutral. Your booger hooks have been stirring the shit pot in the background for who knows how goddamn long. And for that fat bitch to sit there and say, "Oh, I didn't know who's doing this ho-dunk hillbilly thing," which I mean, come on, we can have. She knew goddamn well who it was. She fucking lying out her ass again.
Yes.
She's so full of shit.
And to Leslie, your strengths in the face of these unprecedented attacks is remarkable. The intensity of this coordinated effort only highlights the significant impact you've made. No, you didn't make. Here's the thing. She didn't make any impact. She exposed herself. She exposed all the bullshit that she's been pulling. That's all she did. That's all she did. And it was like, okay, now we know where all this other bullshit is coming from. It's coming from this person.
Well, and again, I mean, you go back and you look at like some of the stuff that was pulled up, right? And this is my personal opinion and based on my experience. This whole thing, when you see individuals, every circumstance can be different, but she seems to have this nasty history, and I think it's because of her personality type, in my opinion, of filing for divorce and then retracting it, filing for divorce, retracting it, filing for domestic violence and then retracting it. Same thing over and over again, right?
Yes.
It's because she's a manipulative bitch, and her husband has got he knows he's got his balls in the fucking in a vice grip.
Well,
they got three fucking kids, right? Isn't that what it was?
Oh, I have.
So she's doing this to fucking browbeat and manipulate him.
I've heard a little bit of information.
In my opinion.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Seeing this shit over and over again.
But I have it under good authority that his family came around because they were concerned that she might have deleted him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And they came around.
Stranger things have happened.
He's been
something of that nature wouldn't be the first time.
He's been sort of separated from his his birth family in a sense, so much that they were concerned about him.
Well, isolation's not abnormal.
Yeah. And of course, you've seen her petition for a
that's what I wanted to bring up. Yeah. Okay. So at the bottom of this, is this the original one?
Yes.
Go all the way down to the bottom for me real quick. I just want to say something real quick before I forget, because these things just appear in my head and I have to say them, or they disappear, fall out the other side.
Escuela.
Or it could very well be them. Oh, no. See, she redid it.
Oh, no, there's multiple ones. Which one do you want?
Well, there was the one on the original that was shown. And on the original, before she went through and did this, she had, go up a little bit.
Hold on. Give me a second.
No, down, back down.
I'm going. I just want to make sure that I get past, because I thought I had address blocked off here, but of course I don't.
Well, there was whatever it was on the original one. She had so many
give me a second.
spelling and grammatic errors or whatever. Anyway, you would think for somebody who thinks that
Conclusion
they're so
and
smart,
prayer
or
for
claims to be,
relief.
that they would get this shit done right and proofread it before they turn something like this in.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's a court document, right?
She filed this 4 times.
Yeah. So on the original one, at the very end, she signs off on her name, ESG parentheses retired. Well, what is ESG? So I disagree with your song that you did, because it's not a square. Because she put in there ESG, which the first thought the other night that popped into my tiny little grape in that vast expanse just bouncing around was ESG. So my assumption was, okay, maybe she's French. So maybe that's an acronym for ESG equals escargot. So maybe she's saying at one point in time
She's
she practiced
snail
as
trail.
a snail. Or maybe she's as slow as a snail. I don't know. So I'm saying it's not Esquire. It's Leslie Escargot. Retired.
Escargot. Let me see. I want to see if I can find it, because you said it's at the bottom and she
I
signed
didn't
it.
do it. She did. She fucked it up. So whatever.
ES.
But you'd think that somebody that proclaims to be so goddamn smart and so knowledgeable about this shit, it's
that's
fucking amazing
the
to
same
me when they go through
one.
and do these filings and how fucked up they are and all their, oh, well, we can just go back later on and redo it. Well, why not get it right the first fucking time?
Yeah. And it was the petition quo warranto. Let me see. Because she filed it like multiple times.
Yeah, because it was that initial filing that she did when she did what she did
That's a different one. Let's see.
Jeremy.
I think. For suing Jeremy. Oh,
Yeah, on that
that's
one. That filing.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
That's the one I'm talking about. On that first one that she went through, I mean, so much of her spelling and everything was all fucked up.
Oh, yeah. This is, let's see.
But that's the one where she had signed it off escargot, in my opinion. That's
Let me see.
whatever.
No, the original filing, she signed off on it as Esquire.
No,
Retired.
the original one. No, she had to have gone back through and do that because it said ESG. That was not a Q. There was a G on the end of that.
I don't know.
Because I brought it up when it first came out.
That's the
said
seal.
ESG.
Give me a second.
Parentheses
Give me a
retired.
second. Give me a second. Complaint and demand for jury trial. Let me see. It is. You're right. Hold on just a second. Let me redact this.
Yes, cargo.
I just because I don't like to. God bless America. Stop it. It's being a pain. Of course, I've got too many tabs open.
Because that jumped right off the page and dick slapped me. That was one of the first things. I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck is ESG?
Yeah, it is escargot.
Yes, cargo.
It's being difficult right now because I got too many of these little tabs open in an Adobe. It's saying, I don't want to work with you. And you've got to read this right here.
You know why she hides in the garage? She doesn't fit in the house.
Thank you.
Speaking of goofy jokes, I'm sure some maybe remember this the other day. I don't know why it just hit me. I think I made it up. I don't think I heard it anywhere before. What do you get when you cross a sperm whale with a humpback whale?
What do you get?
Come back. What?
Come back? Oh, give me a
Yeah,
second.
no, Elfie, yeah, no, that's not a snail trail that I would want to follow. Not with Shizzy's dick and ball storm pushing.
No.
No, that's quite a safe bet right there.
No, that is.
I learned long ago, don't fuck crazy.
No, that
And
would
that's
be
my
bad.
opinion.
Yeah. Don't do that. Because it just comes back to bite you. in more ways than one. Give me a second. I just gotta and redact. All right, and apply. Continue. There we go. And
Well, no, I didn't break him, Tammy. No, he didn't fall out of his chair. Now, we've seen him come pretty damn close to, or what I believe, actually falling off his chair. That's why I was just going to tell him to bang his head against the wall if he could still hear me. 'Cause that's about all I could do for him.
yeah, that's about it. All right, here we go. So there it is. And as you were saying,
ESG, there you go. You could look at that escargot.
escargot, she gets at your face. She gets all slimy upon you. And when she does, it just feels so creamy.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. And somebody sent me something somebody in chat sent me something on Dick Lickman.
Okay.
It's
So it's either glorious or something that we don't want to see.
you may want to see it. You may want to see it. But so you heard the one song, right? That I did for
The one in the beginning
Escuela.
where was the escuela?
Escuela. So I do have a second one, and while that's playing, I'll see if I can pull this one up because it's pretty awesome. This story, I just have to research it and confirm it. That's why I'm like wanting to make sure that, because he just sent me an image. So give me a second. Let's see. What was the other one that I did? I just want to make sure I have the right one. Nope, that's not it. Give me a second. That is this it?
Hey, Valor View News. How you doing?
That might be it. Let me double check.
And everybody else I've missed as well.
Nope, that's not it. And maybe this is it. I think this is it. Yes, it is. All right. So let me present, share screen. And this is pretty easy the way that I do this. Oops. So I do it like that. No, do it like this. And then I can play the actual video and it will play. Here we go. And this is just the music. So here we go.
Here soon the air, drowning in filler, choking on despair. Ain't nobody ducking your subpoenas. We just ain't taking them seriously. Popping that, dropping it, popping that, dropping this ride. She roll up to court with them duck lips flaring, Botox brows, but nobody caring. Says she's retired now, girl, you got canned. Drop that law license like a hot wig stand. Talking defamation, but your rep self-made. You clout chase drama like it's minimum wage. Trying to sue thumbnails, beg for a seal, but the court don't cater to your Botox feels. On YouTube shows with the silicone boobs, crying I'm the victim while you aim and spew. You ain't a martyr, just a side plot, camera right pleadings with a wine glass staring. Courtroom clown with your lips so wide. Trying to play boss, but you're barely inspired. Now you beg the judge while your ego gets fired. Fake lawsuits, girl, your logic's expired. Keep on lying, but we ain't buying. You got mocked so hard, now you're back peeling crying. Yeah, Jane Doe this and John Doe that. Trying to sue the wind, your ass is too fat. You slip and fall, man, won't touch your mess. Even he know you curse like a courthouse hex. Tugging your crosshairs, Megan in the smoke. But you swing like a lawyer who just woke broke. No teeth in your filings, no soul in your script. Just caps lock rage in a face you stretch thick. Crying about thumbnails and public shame. But you stepped in the game and dropped your own name. Now you want silence, girl, please. You ain't fighting for justice, you just begging for a piece. She said she's not public, but she on every stream. Talking like a judge, but living in the meme. You wanna sue the world, but you can't sue the facts. And your forehead ain't moved since the housing collapse. Fake in the funk with a face real wide. Trying to gag the net with your wild complaint, but your whole damn case is a plastic fiend. Muzzle the truth, now the fire's inspired. We roasting slow, short bus a tie. While your bullshit feelings just fuel the satire. Now she begged the court, please, seal it all tight. While she out here live streaming every legal fight. Trying to be the plaintiff and the victim and the judge. But your whole damn case couldn't budge a grudge. You poked the beast and cried at the flame. Try to sue free speech, now we mocking your name. This ain't oppression, this is backlash, boo. You tossed a match, now the smoke's on you. Retired from facts, allergic to truth. You filed this mess, long in the tooth. So keep on ducking, keep wearing that mask. But don't act shocked when the court just laughs. You ain't fooling no jury lips. You left the bar before they kicked you out. Now you out here chasing defamations like clout coupons. But I ain't mad, just entertained. Next time you aim for the best, make sure your face can't survive the test. Flapping your gums with teeth looking wide. Keep on playing that courtroom charade, but this whole damn suit just reads you like shade. Girl, your whole bar card, avoid getting fired. You sealed your case, but open a roast. Now the internet's feasting and your face is the main toast.
What do you think? Escuela.
That was the first part that hit me when I heard that. And I was like, wait a minute, did that say what I just thought it said?
Yeah.
I don't even know how that came out. Somebody said something to me about that earlier. I don't know. It was a spur of the moment thing, and so I just went with it.
It's awesome. It's the most awesome
I was like,
thing.
well, it's about as legitimate.
So what I'm about to show you was shared with me, and thank you. And I won't give out their name. They asked me not to whenever they sent this to me. I was like, okay, I won't show it. But I understand now. I do understand why Paint Chips is they're not worried about the FBI. Okay.
Okay.
There's a big reason why he did this. And I think it's because he's very lonely.
Well, you know.
Well, and I'm serious.
Locked away in mommy's basement.
I'm serious. I think that he's been very lonely, and
I'm sure Mrs. Bubba. You know, they were taken apart.
More than you think.
Yeah.
More than you think. So this is supposed to be a guy that wants to be a mafioso. Okay, this is supposed to be a guy that wants to be. He thinks he's like mob.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the funny thing, and before I forget this, I'll put this out. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of those fat little jail or prison shitbirds that sit out there in the common area or whatever, and they're running their cock washers, and they got some younger guys or whatever in there, and they're trying to say all kinds of shit and impress them and try and expound about how big and bad they are, and I know this person, I know. Meanwhile, the real badasses are sitting off to the side just laughing at him because they're like, dude, you're just a fucking jacked off little pussy, and I'm going to turn you into my bitch.
Yeah.
And then that one whole thing that they kept showing, like on Tug and Megan's, when they were showing his whole joke of a petition about trial by combat. Are you fucking kidding me? You're not fucking trial by combat, you fat fuck. What you are is a CPR lesson in waiting. Because that's all you're going to do. Oh my God, this fat fuck just fell over. Now I got to do fucking CPR. Well, I wouldn't, but whatever. I just sit there and watch him do the fish out of water agonal gas, and that'd be about it.
But yeah, this is his claim to fame is, you know, he was tortured and raped and he's got PTSD. And so here's the thing. At some point next week, I'm going to read this just for everybody. I'm going to read his little plea withdrawal petition because, you know, big bad boy right here that wants to do trial by combat, that's such a badass, so tough that, you know, he's threatening people. It seems to me that he just misses Bubba. He really does. You hit it right on the money. Is he wearing ladies? He's wearing his grandmother's glasses. Leave him alone. Stop picking on paint chips. He's very gentle. He's very tender, and it pinches whenever he sits. So leave him alone. Stop picking on paint chips.
Take a deep breath. It only pinches a little.
Well, it might have gotten ripped. Just saying. Didn't really pinch. It might have been.
Why are you walking like that? My pumpernickel got ripped.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
All the way down to the crusty edge.
Well, and here's the thing: if you and the person that sent this to me, they may have not noticed this, but look who wrote this. Okay, Frank Parletto is the one that writes for the Frank Report. He got fired from the Frank Report as a writer. That's how bad he was.
Is he friends with Vomit?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Are you serial?
Yeah, they're buddies.
That's not surprising.
Him,
Twitchy little creepy fuck.
him, little legally lips. They're all buddies. They're all pals. They're so happy to be, you know, in cahoots with one another.
Well, there seems to be a common thread of those individuals that are running around together. So,
well, I do, you know, speaking of running around with each other, you know what we need to have? We need to have a letter just for these fine folks, don't we?
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
Oh, yes. Here it is. Do you want to read or you want me to read?
I don't care. What does everybody else want? I don't care.
Oh, you know what the people want.
All right. So I will reprise my satirical role. Let's see how this goes. It's only for fun, people.
Oh, yes.
All right. Open letter to Legally Lips. You should have stayed retired, bitch. Dear Legally Lips, you should have stayed in the shadows. You should have stuck to your fake TikTok therapy sessions and your low-rent spiritual cosplay. Because now that you've stepped into the ring, you're about to learn the difference between public scrutiny and a full-body evisceration. Just take a deep breath. It only pinches a little. There are people who arrive late to the party and politely catch up. And then there are people who kick open the doors, knock over the cake, and scream, "I'm being persecuted!" and try to sue the DJ for not playing their theme song. You, Legally Lips, are the latter. You didn't walk into the story. You ambushed it. Already mic'd up, lawsuit in hand, spinning a redemption narrative that nobody asked for and even fewer believed. No shit. You wanted the world to see you as the divine disruptor, the misunderstood former lawyer, the crusader for truth, the lone voice of reason among online chaos. But underneath the monologues and the melodrama, what you really are is just another clout leech clinging to a civil complaint like it's your last chance at relevance. Curious doesn't file a complaint for breakfast. Curious doesn't set up sock puppet YouTube accounts. Curious doesn't cry defamation after throwing herself into a war she inserted her lips into. And if your lips are coming around the corner before you do, it's not a good thing. Or I can smell you before I see you. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend this was spontaneous. No. The rest of us watched in real time as you slowly incubated this mess. Starting anonymous YouTube channels, lurking in ANTI-WTH's back channels, and playing Puppet Master behind the curtain while whining that you were just trying to help. Oh, I need to make sure that's my fist up my ass. Hold on. Oh, no, it's me. It's okay. This isn't, I almost said ingestive. This wasn't investigative curiosity. This was months of planning, scripting, and ego grooming disguised as a noble cause. It doesn't. You are not a truth seeker. You are not a survivor. You're not even an advocate. You are an opportunistic burnout with a messiah complex and a martyr kink. Yeah, no shit. And then, when the heart finally touched your name,
heat.
Heat, never mind.
Yeah.
And then, when the heat finally touched your name, you ran straight to the courthouse like a discount Norma Ray with a... Timu Norma Ray.
Timu Norma Ray.
You'll run with ring right. Norma Ray with a ring light. You filed a lawsuit so flimsy and hysterical, it practically weeps from the page. You don't just want to shut people up. You want the whole case sealed like a... Oh, yeah, that shit, too. The whole case sealed like a Tupperware container full of shame. Why? Because you know what you've done. You know you've been involved longer than you admitted. You know you've used people. You know you stitched this halo on yourself with threads of manipulation and half-truths, hoping nobody would tug hard enough to unravel it. You sat on a live stream and had the absolute gall to weep on command because someone on Facebook made a joke about your busted teeth. Wait a minute, what? She's got busted jibs too?
Mm-hmm.
No, really? You called it cyberbullying. You said you were reporting people to the police and the DOJ, citing statutes you barely understand, and claiming, I already got someone arrested last year, and this isn't even as bad. Lady, that's not legal prowess. That's called weaponized victimhood. Yeah, like DV complaints, and then retract, and then complaints, and retract. Interesting.
Yeah.
You used the story for your suicide attempt as a prop. You waved around your trauma like it was a professional credential. You told everyone that you fought for your life, and now you're fighting for others. But the only fight you've picked is with your own irrelevance. And now you're trying to sue your way into significance. You filed a lawsuit that reads like it was written by a Twitter addict with a Bible in one hand and a bottle of Xanax in the other. You sued Jeremy, George, J-Hip, Noah, Moses, and a handful of unnamed John and Jane Does for defamation per se because, and I quote, someone said I looked like I was pregnant with Volpe's baby. That's not defamation. It's joking. It's satire. And, well, that's karma. You entered that courtroom with all the legal credibility of a piñata stuffed with cease and desist letters and dog whistle threats. And you want the case sealed? Of course you do. Because you know what's in those filings. Fantasy, fraud, and enough projection to qualify as an IMAX screening. Just how, like, in my mind, well, never mind. Let's not, it just went away. Let's not forget the guardian, see, it goes quick. The guardianship grift either. You now market yourself as the champion of those trapped in abusive systems. You claimed you freed 13 people from guardianships. What, like she's fucking SEAL Team 6 or some shit? What?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then that one fucktard, as soon as he's done with it, because of a douchebag lawyer like her at the time, turns around and then ends up getting himself thrown back in jail because he was released on society, and then turns around and starts threatening people again. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. Oh, yeah, you're a fucking hero, you moron. You said you took them into your home. You said you housed the victims. And that the bar hated you for it. Oh, yeah, you're a real fucking hero. And behind all of it, the lawsuits, the rants, the back channel whisper campaigns, is the grift. Not for money. Wait a minute. Not entirely, but for position, control, legacy. You want to rewrite your own fall from grace as if it were some tragic opera instead of what it really is, or was. A slow, preventable collapse fueled by arrogance, bad decisions, and the unbearable pressure of being a perpetual victim in search of a villain. No, lips. The bar didn't hate you for your heroism. They hated you because you turned law into performance art, and you used vulnerable people as props in your crusade for attention. Let's be real. You didn't quit law out of principle. You left because the walls were closing in. You signed a consent judgment. You skirted disbarment like it was a pothole on the road to the YouTube monetization. Excuse me. And now you weaponize your retirement like it's sainthood. But what you call whistleblowing, the rest of us recognize as narcissism with a prayer clause. Yeah. You're not fighting for justice, you're fighting for a spotlight. And the only thing you've ever truly advocated for is yourself. You inserted yourself to become part of a case, and now that you've filed your lawsuit, you're demanding the stage be cleared and everyone shut the fuck up while you act out the final act of your martyr play. Let's hope it's not Romeo and Juliet. You wrap yourself in stories like suicide, trauma, Jesus, TikTok dances, and broken teeth from dog bites. What? She got bit by a fuck. What is it with these dogs and the fat head useless turd and then this dumb broad? Everybody's getting bit by fucking dogs. Hint, hint. I think that's how John went. Well, part of it. Like it's all part of one long courtroom testimony. But this isn't testimony. This is theatrics, and worse. It's a manipulation campaign against anyone who might question how deeply embedded you've become in this anti-what-the-hales ecosystem. You claim Jeremy Hales has a mob of YouTube targeting you. You claim Megan Fox is cyberbullying you. You claim that umbrella guy is part of a spiritual war against your truth. Jesus. Meanwhile, you're the one stalking the courthouse like a bitter ex, filing against strangers who never spoke your name, begging the judge to seal your own embarrassment so no one can mock your filings for sport. Too late, by the way. We read, and will continue to read every word. You lied about your timeline. You lied about your neutrality. No shit. You lied about your intentions. No shit. And you've tried to turn every pushback into persecution. What's that pushback? Because the only thing more sacred to you than your ego is your victim complex. You're not ADA protected. You're not God's soldier. You are a demon that has cooked their mind from botulism. You're not exempt from ridicule because your feelings got bruised on Facebook. You're a walking lawsuit wrapped in delusion, performing spiritual warfare like a televangelist who lost the congregation and settled for the comment section.
I have sinned. Oh, Lord, forgive me. The hookers and cocaine.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Never mind. You fake cry on camera. You cite scripture like you're casting spells. Like you are Professor Snape. There'll be no foolish wand-waving or incantations in this class. You invoke Timothy, Revelation, and YouTube terms of service like they're all the holy text. And you still don't understand any of them. You're not dangerous because you're smart. You're dangerous because you're unhinged, and you won't stop until the lawsuit has your name on it. Well, now it does. Welcome to the war, Lips. You wanted attention. You got it. You wanted fire? Well, here it is. You wanted to sue your way into history? You are the grift behind the gospel. And no matter how many cease and desist letters you write, we're going to keep reading them out loud and laughing. Because the real threat isn't Jeremy's guitar or Tug's thumbnails or Megan's snark. It's you, playing both arsonist and firefighter while screaming persecution. Oh, that's funny. That reminds me. Well, never mind. No, true cases. Yeah. The ones you least expect. Firefighters, fire investigators. Some of them have been firebugs. Every time the flames you lit start to burn. See you in court if you make it that far. Congratulations. You're a footnote in your own undoing. Shizzy Wiznut, coming to you live from every thumbnail you've tried to threaten. Watching your divine mission unravel in real time. Pulling the mask off in real time. I would be your fucking daddy, but your mother swallowed.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
I missed letter reading.
Well, letter reading missed you too. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh.
That sign off's fucking funny. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting to do the regular old, That one that was good. That caught me off guard.
I know that was the point. It's like one of these times I want to have y'all on there. I've been changing those endings up just a little bit each time. Just like I'm waiting for that one that Yamaha is able to come back to. And it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it threw me for a second. I'm like, wow, hey. All right.
Oh yes.
Oh, they're gonna be mad over that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh well,
And this is why humor and satire and all that stuff just fucking pisses them off, and that they don't understand it. Because they don't understand it. That's why it's humor. That's all it is.
Green veggie piece. This is the picture of Luthman.
He's wearing his grandmother's underwear. Probably, hey, Hoover.
Hey, Granny's panties is a thing. Just saying.
Jordan.
I mean,
old Herbie boy had a lot of shit on people and was dangerous to a lot of people, but he liked to wear women's underwear, so whatever.
I
guess some just like to wear grandma's glasses.
J-Hip says, I didn't get a sticker yet. Can I have two?
Speaking of stickers, that came up earlier, and I made that comment. Because the whole lips thing came up. I said, that's what you need to get some lip stickers now.
Some lip stickers?
You're going to have to get some lip stickers now. That was the whole thing. I said, that's what Shizzy needs. Shizzy needs to get lip stickers now.
I do have a lip emoji in there already.
Janice. I just makes the letters all the more awesome. I don't know how or why, but
you do. It's the ad libs you throw in there.
Ad-libs, is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Well, like I said, I got to say this shit. I don't want to take the chance on my head exploding.
No.
I don't know if that will happen or not.
No,
usually they just go away or roll out the other side, but it could very well be, and that's just not a chance I'm willing to take.
Willie J's got the lips.
I could try and hold have an experiment, try and hold all that shit in. But if my nose starts bleeding, that's it. The experiment's over.
Oh gosh. I mean, you see what I think that this whole little group of people has failed to understand is that we look at every time someone new comes into this, we do independent research on them. We don't rely on some other person to do the research for us. That's the thing. Or chat comes in and says, like, Max is like awesome with some of this stuff. It's like, did you see this? And I'm like, holy crap, thank you. I had no idea there was something new filed in this. I mean, that's because we've built up a reputation with people that follow us, with people that we follow, people that we communicate with. We built up a good reputation that they say, hey, did you see this? And then we take it and we do whatever the hell we want to with it. We report on it how we see it. And it just so happens that, oh my gosh, we just happen to find the same damn documents. Duh.
You mean that's what happens when it's under public record?
Amazing, isn't it? See, I think that's what drives them nuts.
That's the whole thing. And I'm just shaking my head because I was hearing or I was seeing in comments that's basically how it was coming out, was that these morons think that you guys are all getting together in like some conference room or on telecom or some shit like that, and holding a big roundtable discussion and hashing this shit out. And what the fuck? Seriously?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm trying to think the last time I actually spoke with Jeremy, and it was not last Sunday and not the Sunday before that. It was the Sunday before that, whenever Jeremy sent me an invite and asked me if I wanted to come on. Maybe it was the Sunday before that. That was the last time that I think I've even had any communication with Jeremy. See, it's like, oh, okay, there's some coordinated thing. I've been busy.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, Kevin's got it. That's what it is.
What is it?
Script night is Mondays at Travis's house. So apparently that's when you guys are all getting together.
How dare you, Kevin? You're not supposed to be giving things away.
Now they're going to run with that.
What's going to happen.
You know what's going to happen, Kevin.
You know what's going to happen, Kevin.
Fuckers were up to something.
Kevin,
I can't worry about attending anybody else's roundtables.
Kevin, you're not in the club anymore. Yeah, I'm so disappointed in you, Kevin.
Between me, my evil headless twin, and myself, my board meetings are bad enough. It turns into a real fight sometimes.
Well, and that's the thing, is because, okay, so let's see. I'm probably have had a few speeding tickets. Yeah, I mean, like if you want to go back and dig up like my court history, court filings, okay, I've had a couple of speeding tickets. I think I had a ticket for an accident. Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of anything that you can dig up on me. Because there's nothing there. And
well, here's the thing, and that's where part of this is a misconception from apparently certain people. Rap sheet stands for record of arrest and or prosecution.
Oh, amazing.
So when you do a CHC on somebody, you run a criminal history check on somebody, whatever it is, how extensive you want it to be, whether you're just looking for wants, warrants, blah, 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 blah. All that shit. If you do an actual CHC on somebody, all that comes up. So you got anything traffic related, any open, closed warrants, reasons why fors. You have anything where you've had criminal charges placed against you, whether or not they've been dropped, whether or not you've gone through the entire process in regards to you've been adjudicated guilty, you've been adjudicated not guilty, all that shit. Whether the charges have been pled down, dropped, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all there.
Yeah.
Unless your record is expunged. That doesn't go away. So just because you can sit there and say, oh, well, I don't have any criminal history, so to speak, because I don't have any actual guilty verdicts on anything. That shit is still there. It doesn't go away. So just because you've had charges that have been dropped doesn't mean it goes away.
Well,
Whatever reason that may be.
And speaking of criminal history, you know, I'm thinking I might start reaching out to these people that they started publicly doxing. You know, that they tried to associate with Jeremy Hales, and then tried to associate him with what was it that they were associating with? Oh, child prawn. Yeah, so I'm thinking that this little group of people, I'm not pulling it up, but they started associating a bunch of people and putting their addresses in there, and you know, just in their little subtitle about child prawn. Maybe I'll reach out to these people and see if they don't want to come together and maybe file
idea what you're talking about.
File a lawsuit. No, this is something that they decided to do because there were people they didn't like posting things about them on Facebook. They got very upset. They got very upset. And so what they did is they started searching out people on Facebook. And these people that they searched out on Facebook, they found their names, they found their addresses, they started doxing them, they started associating people with some stuff to do with children. And so all of those people, I'm just curious if those people might want to get together and, you know, have something to say to the to this little ANTI-WTH ecosystem that decided, hey, you know, we're gonna put these names together, and we're gonna associate them with stuff that is, you know, abusive towards children. Along with Jeremy. Well, I wonder how those people feel about their names being put into that or having them doxed. Do you think they're happy about that?
Oh, well, I mean, even somebody who would be on a registry wouldn't be happy about that.
Oh, they're not on a registry.
Well,
that's what I'm
just
saying.
I mean, under normal, especially if it's somebody, yeah, I would be extremely. That's something that, well, as a matter of fact, that's against the law. You can't just go and accuse somebody of something of that nature.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's just implied. So I'm curious. You know, you know what your real name is. I call you Yamaha. Okay, so.
But you are so weird, man.
But you know what
Yamaha
your name is.
is pregnant with 7 of my babies. I did his prostate exam. That is a lie.
That could be true. That could be true.
They're in my tonsils. I can feel them kicking right there. Somebody tried to tell me that's my carotid artery, but I don't believe them. It's the babies kicking. Is that what Laura was saying? Something like that?
That's something like that. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So what they did is they posted this out there for all the world to see, and associated a bunch of people that were on Facebook along with child prawn searches. So imagine you see your name on that list, you know, because I'm not saying that you are, but you say, for example, you're on Facebook and you're sitting there, you know, you're responding to something that somebody said. So they find out what your real name is, and then they post it up there and they say, this person right here. Oh, and look, this is where their possible addresses are. Oh, and look, we're looking in to see if they have anything to do with, you know, dancing with children. That's the kind of things that they posted. This is what these people have been up to. It's not good. And I think that at some point in time, they may end up finding themselves in a lawsuit that they can't get out of. Like I said, I think there's a reason why Paint Chips wants to be back in prison. Just saying.
I don't know. Well, like I said before, it depends. It's that kind of stuff hits people differently. Where they get this institutionalized mind, and some people just can't handle it when they get on the outside. So, I don't know.
I mean, he's been doing everything he can to get back in there. I mean, he's going after Nassarian. He's going after.
Clearly, he didn't learn his lesson the first time.
Well,
and that's the other thing gets me
or
too.
the second time.
They keep bringing these people up who are failed or who have been disbarred, or you can call it retired, whatever, but couldn't hack it, whatever.
Oh no, she was facing disciplinary action like that. And if you
pull that, well, and that's what I was going to say on that. From my opinion, if you pull that back up, I can't remember the exact wording, but anytime you see a caveat from a licensing agency, whether it's in this case, the Florida Bar or a medical board or the State Board of Nursing for wherever you are, whatever it is. If you go to give up your license or you let it expire or what have you, as long as you've met the basic requirements, you're still up to date on your continuing education and all that stuff, you just apply. But if you see in there, in any type of documentation, where there's a caveat to, before you can even apply, you have to be reviewed, there's something wrong. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've read through the pleading. I have read through all of that, and I've shown a good portion of that here. And if I pull up all of the information that referee recommended, oh my Lord, that referee was just like, listen, she has multiple complaints against her from multiple different parties about her not representing her clients, her bailing on them, and then claiming that she's got bipolar disorder, and that's why she couldn't perform because everybody's harassing her. And this, I mean, if you read it and you understand what they're saying, they are literally looking at this going, if we disbar her, it might push her over the edge. So, she's going to retire. Well, let's make it permanent. She'll have to come back in front of a review committee if she wants to be resubmitted into the bar. But, she's out of here because she's definitely, there's something wrong with her. Permanently retired. Yeah, permanently retired. Permanently retired, you can still come back, but you're not allowed to practice law whatsoever. You're not allowed to even give advice. She's not supposed to be even giving legal advice because that goes against her actual permanent retirement. So if she's been giving legal advice to anybody, that right there, and the bar finds out about it, she's gone. Like, they will disbar. You can still be sanctioned as a retired attorney. Okay. And you can still be disbarred.
Yeah. You still get in trouble.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Like any kind of legal advice. I know she runs off to Facebook and starts posting crap over there. So she's looking at getting herself in a whole bunch of trouble. Robbie Fleas or whomever, they're sick. Oh, here's the thing. They're going to feign like she is got some sort of issue and the truth is, no, she doesn't have any sort of issue. It's all just a play. They are looking to get more money.
Even if you do, you got an issue and you're on the verge of doing whatever every 5 minutes, apparently, because somebody hurts your feelings or whatever. Here's the bottom line. A lot of these things that you see that they're talking about or that are being filed or blah, 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 like the head useless turd, right? All the supposed evidence she says that she had. When you break it down or you listen to what's going on or read between the lines, a lot of it's based on feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Feelings don't mean shit. Reality, the court, nor I give a fuck about your feelings. I can't go into court and testify and say, oh, well, what happened on this day and event? What do you have in regards to, oh, well, my gut feeling. That doesn't mean shit.
Nope.
Your feelings don't fucking matter.
Nope.
So if you are so wrapped up with feelings that you're claiming that you are in a situation where every 5 minutes you're going to want to off yourself or whatever, then get the fuck off the internet. Shut down social media and stay away.
Yes.
Because guess what's going to happen? That's that most people, in my opinion, would know and understand by this day and age.
Well, I'm surprised that somebody didn't come by to visit her because she was talking about self-deleting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my understanding, is that she was just like totally going off.
Whoa, feelings.
Yeah.
Nothing more than feelings. Oh, so my feelings are so.
But the feelings part doesn't matter. And like I was saying, the head useless turd in particular, with all the supposed evidence that she says or thinks that she has or whatever. You get these crazy cat ladies, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
If you like cats, whatever. But they come in there and they've got something going on because they're the neighborhood busybody or whatever. And they bring in manila envelopes or folders full of, oh, I got this, oh, I got that. And it's kind of like, okay, you just kind of smile and nod and, you know, whatever. And you feel like patting them on the head and saying, okay, crazy cat lady, go back to your cat. And then you go back behind that closed door and you laugh. And the vast majority of that shit, unless there's something that's viewed as legitimate, guess what? It gets round filed.
So see, I get these random texts from people, I don't know who they are. And one of the texts was, dogs are kind of boring at home. Thinking of getting a cat, thoughts? I said, yes, make sure that it's cooked well done.
Oh, Jesus.
I get these guys. I mean, I'm serious, and I respond to them because it's so much fun. What was another one?
Well, because, well, and let me bring this up too. This is something that I was thinking about too, and I don't know where it stands. I don't care. If for whatever reason, in regards to this whole thing that apparently keeps coming up about this memorial thing, if at the point in time that Jeremy got that property, either through writing or through verbal agreement, whatever it may have been, he was under the understanding that that property was his.
Right.
And even if they did agree to, okay, yeah, fine, you could put that memorial here. But then they start acting like douchebags for whatever reason. And he's like, yeah, fuck you then. No, I don't want it there. Well, if he's under the belief that that is, in good faith, his property, he can remove it.
Yeah.
That has to be shown as criminal intent. It would be different if he were to, say, go out into town and go to somebody else's property that he knows very well and would not be able to defend or claim in any way, shape, or form that he was under the understanding that he owned that property, and remove shit from somebody else's property. Or to break into a store just because he felt like it. No, that's not going to cover you. There has to be shown criminal intent. And if he's under that belief at that point in time, and there's no element of criminal intent. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter whether you understand that or not. There has to be shown that criminal intent. And that's my opinion. We don't give medical or legal advice or opinions or anything. Or, you know,
Here's another text I got that said, John, are you still in New York? I'm going to New York on a business trip in June. Let's have dinner together. I said, I would prefer you give me a blowjob. And then there was another one from a different phone number, said, next time I'm around, how about a nice dinner together? I said, how about you suck my balls?
These nuts?
And then of course, let's see, I some of these are like messages that I don't want to share. Oh, it said, hi Wendy, it's Sophia. Are you going to Tina's barbecue party tomorrow? And I responded, I said, yes, you bring the plastic and I'll bring the forks.
Where are you getting this from?
These are emails that people, they send me messages and I don't know who these people are. I'm just like, awesome. I get these all the time. And I got this one that says, I'm free tomorrow. Would you like to play tennis together? And my response was, no, but I'd like to put my balls in your mouth.
Oh my God.
It's just, these are the kinds of messages that people send me, and I don't know who they are. And
I don't play basketball, but you can dribble my balls.
It's so much fun. It's just these nuts. I'm just telling you, they just, it comes to me like and most of these messages come about the same time. I think they're like, maybe they think it's a pimp, because they're always sending me these messages like 9:30 at night. And so I always respond to them just like in the most rude way that I possibly can. This is like, my dogs are bored. I was thinking about getting a cat. What thoughts? And I said, yes, sir. Make sure it's well done. Just like, I mean, come on. Those are fun. Whenever you send crazy cat ladies, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Wow. Whatever.
I don't know who these people are.
Whatever, yeah.
It's not like they're going to come knocking on my door and say, Shizzy, what are you doing? Why were you sending me those kinds of messages? Maybe I do know this person. I don't know. It's a possibility. A lot of people have my phone number, from my days of touring and stuff. So there's a possibility my number's in their contacts. And they accidentally thought they were messaging someone else. I got text saying, hey, want to hang out tonight? Yes. So what you do is you say, yes, I'll bring the rope. You respond to them. It's so awesome.
Battery and jumper cables.
Battery and jumper cable. Want to hang out tonight? Yes, you bring the battery. I'll bring the jumper cables.
We'll make it electrifying.
We'll make it electrifying. We'll have a good time tonight. No, I mean, and I think all of this is just a distraction. Okay. All of this bullshit is distraction. What started all of this in the first place?
Exactly. Which is what we said over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of this started because you've got crazy stalker lady that followed someone to where they live, and they're trying to get money off of them. And now you've got a bunch of other people that are jumping in the fray, wanting to get money off of them.
Yeah. Well, again, and then also the whole lie behind the whole Christmas thing. Whatever they call that, I can't remember. As if Jeremy Hales was out there wiggling his booger hook in front of that child saying, you're not allowed to come in here and participate in our Christmas thing. That's a complete and utter lie. Mm-hmm. The child could have gone. The only ones, and I can't recall whether it was because of a restraining order, temporary, whatever, or just because they weren't allowed to be there, was Lynette Preston and John Cook.
Yeah.
The child could have gone with another family member or family friend. And then you get these same people, apparently, who are whining and bitching and complaining, oh, but kids from other parts outside of Otter Creek were coming in and oh, my God, the world's coming to an end. Other kids are showing up. Who fucking cares? Here's
the thing, though, that and I don't know that this is true, but who else do they have that's friend? I mean, do they have any friends? And I mean that in all sincerity. Do they have any real friends, or do they just have people that hang out knowing that they could possibly do harm to that child, and she might be the only person that's standing between that child and something bad happening to them. So she may be right that they don't have anybody that can look after the kid because nobody is competent enough to look after the kid.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
My point is that whole thing was a lie. That's not how it went down.
No, it's not. No, I agree. I agree. No, yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. That is definitely not how it went down. They
perpetuating a lie.
No, because
that's all they can do. That's exactly what she's doing, is running PR.
Yes.
And she's trying to walk that back from what she'd said before. And again, it's a lie. In running the PR, they got to be able to switch. They got to be able to, whether she believes it or not. That's not the point. Running the PR is trying to sell the bullshit to other people. And apparently, you got all these morons that are supporting Lynette Preston and her who fall for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so she just got to constantly spin it around so they'll be bamboozled by her bullshit.
Sarcasm, you have to charge a jump box. I don't think that a jump box is going to last for an hour with Yamaha. Just saying.
Oh, I'll burn that thing up. Yeah,
I'm telling you. Burn it down. Oh my God.
Flimsy little, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, jumper box. What kind of wuss are you? You can't Give me a jumper box. That's like hit me with a taser. What's wrong with you? It's like, what? I'm going to just do that for a
That's
second.
all you got? Oh,
Ooh, that was it. I'm starting to get a little excited now. Can I hook those to my nipples? Here, let me have those little probes.
No, I say I'm really not that weird. I say a lot of weird things just to get a reaction out of people. I'm not into the love me racks and all that shit. So.
Oh God, no.
I'm playing a persona. Okay?
Yes.
I'm not really that weird. Well, when it comes to that stuff, I'm not. Well, okay.
I'll talk about some weird stuff, but
Yeah, there you go.
but
Yeah.
I'm not that weird.
Or things like when you're, I don't know, responding to somebody's house in whatever role that may be, and you come across things. I mean, these are just, some of these are turned into jokes based on things that I have had to see and deal with.
It's like, how did you get it sideways in
How the
there?
hell did you call us? What the fuck were you? This dude looks like he's trying to put on a Houdini act. And how the fuck did you get the phone? And
It's like the guy that was drunk driving and crashed his car into a field, and the cops pull up, and he's wearing like leather bondage outfit. And he's just like, just help me get my car out of here. I want to go home. Don't we have anybody you can call? No. Because I don't want to call anybody.
yeah, that's no shit, Cat Watcher. I could write a book on that, probably.
Oh my God.
Not that I really want to.
Oh, the things I have seen. Slapping my head slowly.
Just things that you laugh and make jokes about because, quite honestly, unless you've been there and done that, it's just not something you can really explain to people. You're just not going to understand. It's like people who don't get it. If you've never done like a cadaver lab, for instance, so you get two different types on that, and I've done many of those. So you get what's called like the fresh frozen, which is very quick, and there's some weird things that happen with that because they get them out so quick. Very, very minimal application of like formaldehyde. And then you have the full-blown, full-on processed, fully formaldehyde. Well, the off-gassing of formaldehyde in some people can actually induce hunger. So we'll have food there. That's no joke. So people may think it's weird, but you're sitting there cutting somebody open, you're pulling organs out or whatever, and then you turn over and you eat your, I don't know, omelet. You know?
Yes.
So
No, and
that's what happens.
No, like I worked with this guy whenever I was doing landscaping. He worked in a mortuary, you know, where you do the embalming and everything like that. And it was just like, so you're sort of seeing people at the very end of it, and he was just so chill, just like, yeah, okay. And he goes, it was a little weird at first, but then after a while, you just sort of like, okay. I was like, I could see that.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
You just become desensitized to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With a lot of that stuff, yeah, it's just a switch that you flip. And sometimes, well, you got to be careful. That's kind of my thing. Where I was
no, I mean,
the switch isn't turning off anymore. So, I kind of had to step back and evaluate all that.
Well, and what he said, and I've heard this from other people, is just like the hardest part was, you know, whenever you had a child that, you know, lost its life. That was one of the harder things to deal with, and and that's why he just said, you know, I'm.
Oh yeah. And I've said that before. Infants, toddlers, little kids. I'm not talking about teenagers or adults. The vast majority of the time, that in my experience that I've seen, there are cases of being a true victim of something. But the vast majority of the time, it seems like with teenagers and adults, and don't give me this, oh, well, you know, your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 25 or 26. But don't give me that horse shit. I knew damn well when I was 13, 14, 15 years old, the shit that I was doing could get my ass killed, in trouble, burnt, whatever.
Yes.
I just did it anyway because it was fun. But anyway.
Yes.
So I don't have as much of a soft spot, if you will, for that. But when it comes to little kids, infants,
yeah,
especially depending on what the circumstances, because they're so vulnerable and they're so reliant on you as the parent or the adult or what have you to protect them and to care for them and to do things, you know.
Yes.
And So when people purposefully or through their own stupidity cause the death of a child like that, that can be a hard thing to deal with. Those are stories that don't just go away. Those are some of the top things that I see. So,
and they stick with you.
Yeah.
Last year, Christmas in the Creek was at Town Hall, and Lynette could have gone. No, she could have, because Jeremy, I believe, wasn't there.
Yeah, see, and I'm not sure what that all is, but I know it's a bullshit lie. They're continuing to spin and sell a fucking lie. Like that kid was specifically excluded.
No, she was never excluded. The child has never been excluded from anything. But the only reason that she's excluded is because they did not want to go because it was a grift. See, they can say, oh, look how they're damaging the child. They're not doing anything to that child. That's the thing. They've done nothing to that child whatsoever. They've just said, hey, there might be some weird stuff going on here. And it looks and smells, and the things that we've seen do not look good. And CPS goes out there, and for whatever reason, they move on. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know the situation. You know, that's the thing. I'm looking at it from an outside perspective, seeing it, and I don't know what's going on. All I know is I've seen how she acts, and there's some questionable shit going on. I've seen the things that she said, her own words coming out of her mouth, and I'm like, oh, I've heard these words before.
Well, just the whole thing right there, the people who have seen it, it's been around there. So the one thing we can just pinpoint to right now, outside of the other stuff. Law enforcement shows up there, CPS is showing up, but really didn't do shit. Number one, they didn't do it correctly to begin with because you're supposed to separate that shit. Anyway, whole different, I digress.
Exactly.
They show up there and they've got this 4 years old at the time, whatever, 5 years old, however many times it's happened. You got weapons and ammunition out in the open. Just that alone causes some red flags, so to speak. Now, I'm not a proponent necessarily of red flag laws.
No.
But that in and of itself, coupled with other things, I find it highly questionable as to why CPS wasn't actually doing their job.
Yeah, I mean, and it's one of those where
it wasn't looked into like it should have been. They weren't even separated. And that was a perfect example. And I wasn't going to go down that goddamn road. But when the CPS person is there and is talking to Lynette, and Lynette is talking to the child and feeding this child, and prodding this child, goading, giving this child information to feed back to CPS in that way. And that's why, especially whether it's out in the field or whether they come into the ER, hey, look, we got this situation here. This looks like it might be a child-related issue. That shit gets separated. And then you start investigating it.
Yep.
And they're not allowed to be with or near that child because they will do that shit. They will feed them information. And that's exactly what was going on.
Yep. Telling the child what to say.
Yes.
And they'll
There's
do
a
it.
reason why that's done.
And they'll do it in such a sly way that being on record, it doesn't show up. You know, like if you read the transcript to it, it's like they were just asking the child a question. They weren't actually feeding them information. Yeah. No, Christmas in the Creek was at Zim Padgett's place. That was 2 years ago, Janice, I believe. 2 years ago, wasn't that? No, it was. No, I'm pretty sure that we watched that live with Travis. He was there for that Christmas in the Creek, wasn't it? Thank you, Janice. I'm pretty sure. But Janice, I think, would know for sure. So it's at Zim's place. Thank you, Janice.
And I don't know what the significance of that is, but whatever.
Yeah, no, it was this year. It was at Zim Padgett's. Okay, so Cat Watcher. Yeah, all these people are saying the same thing. School. Yeah, you're right. Schoolhouse was 2023. That's right. Thank you. See, 2024 was at Padgett's place. Yeah. It was not, it was the first Christmas in the Creek was at the schoolhouse. That's correct. Yep. They see this is why chat is so helpful, because they're like, no. The first year of the
well,
Christmas.
like I said before, I don't write this shit down, so I can't keep. And now, I mean, and we had said this months ago. Wait and see how much more crazy this is going to get.
Oh,
we sat right here and talked about that months ago.
Oh yeah.
Shortly after Bubbles came over and started trying to hump everybody's leg, and then, we weren't threatening any bullshit. All you have to do is read between the lines. Just reverse the emails and the letters that were going out and what was being said to people. Well, if you don't do this stuff the way we like or whatever, then you will get sued. But they were painting it up as, no. Then you don't have to worry about getting sued if you talk to us and do it this way and that way and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. The fuck out of here. But anyway, we said at that point in time, wait and see what's going to happen. It's going to become more strange. It's going to become weirder. It's going to get weirder. And they're going to start throwing out all these freaking little tentacles, trying to snap people up and slap people with guilt by association and blah, 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 blah. We said this was going to happen.
We know how these court cases work. We've seen this kind of level of crazy before with other people. It's nothing new. I mean, for the anti-ecosystem, the anti-Hales ecosystem, they don't know how this goes because they are the problem. They're like, no, we're doing everything right. It's like, okay.
Well, and that's why, I made that comment too about, don't just sit back and eat your popcorn and watch it. Don't go contacting these people or anything of that, doing anything of that nature. Just don't even get involved in it. Just sit back and
thank you,
eat your popcorn, laugh, have fun. We'll do our jokes, blah, blah, blah.
Janice, I'm sorry. You're a little bit behind. You didn't. I got it. Thank you. We've already got it. I'm sorry, Janice. Fast forward just like 5 minutes. We got you. Thank you for the super chat, though. Oh my gosh. Christmas in July is for the auction. That's right. Christmas in July is for the auction. Yes. What? It's not the first case that I've followed. No. Jeez. I go back because when I first started doing the YouTube stuff, I was covering things like cults. Crazy enough.
Yeah.
And I could see a lot of stuff inside of the way that these cults were operating, and the people that were in control, the face of the groups, weren't always the people that were the enforcers. And that's what you've got here. You've got enforcers out there that are not the face of the group that's doing this. There's more people out there. You're just not seeing them. That's the thing. I'm telling you right now, there's more people that are going to start coming forward. And whenever they do, you're going to go, oh, crap. Why is this person involved?
Well, and that's the difference, too. They talk about Jeremy Hales. And I'll put it out there. A lot of you, I think, were in here. The first time that I had talked to Jeremy Hales was in here on Shizzy's panel when we did that. That was the first time I'd ever spoke to the guy. And I told him to his face, and I've made that very clear. I don't follow them. I'm not a subscriber. I've got nothing against them. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't care who he was married to or wasn't married to. I don't care who he is or is not fucking. I don't care about any of that stuff. It's got nothing to do with any of that. And,
well, and them trying to bring that stuff up. Please wear the helmet into a dance club for a disco ball.
I guess what my point, I'm saying to that is, when you look at that situation, no matter what they say about that, it's the anti-what-the-Hales that have had washed up or disbarred or loser lawyers going around trying to threaten people, intimidate people, trying to hump people's legs to get up on their channels and, give me a platform about my macaroni salad. Nobody gives a fuck about your goddamn macaroni salad, you fucktard. Nobody fucking cares.
Oh, yes. Maybe not. Gifted 10 memberships. I love it. I love this song. Dude, dash poppycock. Maybe not. Gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much. And Mama Bear Alicia says, I love how we refer how long we've known each YouTuber. Like, I've been here since Shizzy's first helmet star.
Dog will hunt.
That is so true. That is so true. But
no, Rogue Mama, no, not at all. Yeah, no, it's not. And that's why I just sit back and I make my jokes and I do it. Like I said, feelings don't fucking matter, so I won't go anywhere anyway.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. She says, I was processing as you corrected. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We got you. We got you. Thank you.
I know you're kidding. I know.
Oh,
but that's what I was saying before. I mean, we sit there and we laugh and we make jokes and all that stuff. As far as for like here, you know, I'm not speaking for everybody, but when I'm on here with Shizzy, that's what we're doing, or at least that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's about having fun. But the reality is, when you get down to the bottom line of it is serious shit, and it's not fun stuff to go through.
No.
At all, by any stretch of the means.
Let's put it this way.
Procedure itself, going through depositions, any of that shit. It's not fun.
I don't envy Jeremy right now.
No. But
no.
Just like with gallows humor, I mean, you got somebody laid out there right in front of you that half of them's been ripped apart or whatever. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to make jokes. It's like that one story that I told that one time where we had that guy we were going to put in the body bag, and we go to turn him, and I had the new gal with me. Well, he goes and grunts. He starts, well, because of the air in his lungs.
Yeah.
Fucking freaked her the fuck out, and she just about, I think she shit herself. I think I could smell her going out there. So I just fucking died. She freaked out. That was it. She was done. But I was laughing my ass off. Well, you got to do that shit. So you got to laugh about the shit. You got to, because it's going to come out one way or another.
Right. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
So you got to figure out that way that you're going to deal with it, whether it's right there at that moment in time. And sometimes it may not be appropriate, you know, depending. But you got to figure out how you're going to fucking deal with that shit, because it will fucking chew you alive.
Exactly.
It will eat you up.
Well, speaking of eating me up, I think it's about that time. You know what? It is Memorial Day.
Yeah.
It is Memorial Day, and I plan on doing a Memorial Day stream tomorrow. If you want to come by, it's up to you. Probably be a little more.
I'm not sure what I'm. Yeah, I'm usually pretty subdued on like Memorial Day or Veterans Day. I kind of
just want to chill.
Yeah, I just kind of sit back, and I don't go out and party or anything. It's not a party day.
No, it's not a party day for me either.
Barbecues or anything like that. So.
I mean, I may make some barbecue, but it's not like doing it to celebrate.
Yeah,
it's a little more solemn. But I'm gonna see if I've got anybody else up here that's streaming right now. I think someone said they were. And I know what I can do. I got something. Tomorrow is cookout time. I can play you guys another video or another part of that video. Do you want to see part of it? Sure. I'll play the first part of it. Now, members are the only ones that get to see this right now. So let me show that real quick. And now it might have already come out, didn't it? Yeah, I think it did. I think it did come out. I think it's let's see. Videos. Let me see. Yeah, it's out. So I can show it to you guys. Ha ha ha. Let's do it. Share the screen. Yes, because this is on. This is all the members got to see it first. Share. There we go. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's awesome.
Yo, I see you lips. Out here suing the air, drowning in filler, choking on despair. Ain't nobody ducking your subpoena. She roll up to court with them duck lips flaring, Botox brows, but nobody caring. Says she's retired now, girl, you got canned. Drop that law license like a hot wig stand. Talking defamation, but your rep self-made. You clout chase drama like it's minimum wage. Trying to suit thumbnails, beg for a seal, but the court don't cater to your Botox feels. On YouTube shows with the silicone boobs, crying I'm the victim while you aim and spew. You ain't a martyr, just a side plot Karen, writing pleadings with a wine glass staring. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Courtroom clown with your lips so wide. Trying to play boss, but you barely inspired. Now you beg the judge while your ego gets fired. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Fake lawsuits, girl, your logic's expired. Keep on lying, but we ain't buying. You got mocked so hard, now you're backpedaling crying. Yeah, Jane Doe this and John Doe that. Trying to sue the wind, your ass is too fat. You're slipping for a man, won't touch your mess. Even he know you curse like a courthouse hex. Tug in your crosshairs, Megan in the smoke, but you swing like a lawyer who just woke broke. No teeth in your filings, no soul in your thought. Your face stretched tight at J-Hips taunt. Crying about thumbnails and public shame, but you stepped in the game and dropped your own name. Now you want silence, girl, please. You ain't fighting for justice, you just begging for a piece. She said she not public, but she on every stream. Talking like a judge, but living in a meme. You wanna sue the world, but you can't sue the facts. And your forehead ain't moved since the housing collapse. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Faking the funk with a face rewired. Trying to gag the net with your wild complaint, but your whole damn case is a plastic feint. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Muzzle the truth, now the fire's inspired. We roasting slow, short bust a tie, while your bullshit filings just fuel the satire. Now she begged the court, please seal it all tight, while she out here live streaming every legal fight. Trying to be the plaintiff and the victim and the judge, but your whole damn case couldn't budge your grudge. You poked the beast, then cried at the flame. Tried to sue free speech, now we mocking your name. This ain't oppression, this is backlash, boo. You tossed the match, now the smoke's on you. Retired from facts, allergic to truth. You filed this mess, long in the tooth. So keep on ducking, keep wearing that mask, but don't act shocked when the court just laughs. Ain't fooling no jury lips. You left the bar before they kicked you out. Now you out here chasing defamations like clout coupons. But I ain't mad, just entertained. Next time you aim for the best, make sure your face can't survive the test. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Flapping your gums with the teeth looking wide. Keep on playing that courtroom charade, but this whole damn suit just reads you like shade. Escuela, R-E-T-I. Girl, your whole bar card, avoid getting fired. You sealed your case, but opened the roast. Now the internet's feasting and your face is the main toast.
Like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy. Yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy. Take your pick. Alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy. It's what you mean. Want to chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free. That's my name. Go ahead, say it. Put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old. Well, here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants. Stuck in your headspace with no end in sight, no repentance. Call me daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa not she's a daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy daddy, all in your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Say hi to Traveling